today we're installing the IAG stainless steel oil feed line for turbo and AVCS. So with the intake manifold and all this removed, it's easy to show you guys what we're going after. This line here, that goes from here, bloop, 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 all the way over to here. This is your variable cam system solenoid that feeds oil pressure to the cams and all that fun stuff, and then it feeds all the way down here and feeds the turbo as well. This is a banjo bolt that has the filter as well as this one, so we're going to be removing those filters as well. Now, why are we replacing this steel line? It looks fine, it's steel. That's why. The steel line that feeds the turbo and all that stuff is prone to cracking and failure. Long story short, you lose oil pressure there, you lose your turbo, your cams, and all that. So, we're deleting that. So, opening up the kit, you open this, that's opening the kit, you'll find 2 stainless steel braided lines and a bag of beautiful fittings. So starting up here on the solenoid, we can remove this banjo bolt, and then we're going to remove a retaining bolt, and then the bolt down here on the back. Yes.
Could be a new shirt at the men's store, a cat nap in your office chair, or 2 cups of food.
Now keep in mind, because we're never going to reuse this, you guys can just cut it out to get it out of the way. Now we can dump all the hardware into a box, and if you notice, there's a whole bunch of crush washers. Some are thick, some are thin. That does matter where they go. Now, one thing to note, I am always a big fan of IAG products because they actually put effort into their instructions. So much like all the other products, like my aero separator, my engine mounts, my oil pickup, they have beautiful color instructions on how to do everything. And now if you notice, there's 3 sets of directions, 3 different configurations for this feed system. I happen to have style A, there's B and C. So I'm gonna do the install per style A. Installation for style A. So again, like I said, it shows where to put the crush washers, so I'll link this in the description as well so you guys can A, buy the kit as well as see the instructions alongside my video. Now, I'm not sure if you guys can see, but inside there is a little filter screen. That will clog and ruin your motor. So I'm gonna go ahead, pull that filter out. I'm already missing one of them. Sometimes they drop down, other times they just don't even have them. So I'm gonna look inside the holes, make sure there's nothing there, but then we're gonna pull this filter out before we continue. All I did was stab the filter and pop it on down, and that is a turbo killer right there. So we're gonna install the banjo bolt that's going on the back of the head, closest to the turbo location. You're gonna put a skinny new crush washer, this banjo fitting, and then the thick one. This is the only spot that this thick washer will go, and now this is gonna go in the back of the head, and then we're gonna screw this black T-fitting on, like so, facing that direction. So we're going to start with installing this fitting first in the back of the head, like so. Then we're going to take our T-fitting and install that. Doing good so far. Now we're going to install this on the solenoid housing, so it's one skinny and one other skinny. Then you can go ahead and install your feed line.
Don't wait for it, just let it happen.
So next up, you're going to be installing that shorter banjo bolt fitting, the smallest one on top of your turbo with the new crush washers, and then you can run your final stainless line.
Like Christmas. Oh man, that is the spot. Nothing like a great cup of black coffee.
The final step is always make sure to go back and tighten all your connections. You should have 1, 2, 3. You guys should have a total of 7 connections that you should double check and tighten. Make sure they're nice and tight, and you guys will be good to go. And that's it for installing the IAG stainless steel feed line. The next step would be basically to prime the motor, and a couple methods you can do. You can unplug all the injectors, unplug the fuel pump. There's also another method. Some cars, it's called full flood mode, where you push the accelerator pedal all the way to the ground and you crank it and it shuts off the injectors, so you can just crank and build oil pressure. So we're gonna be doing that, and then we're good to go. So that's it for installing the IAG stainless steel line. Like I said, it's very common for the factory ones to crack and break or be just fail on you. I actually saw someone posted this morning that theirs left them stranded. It broke and a replacement was 80 bucks. The stainless steel kit is 80 bucks. For the same price, you can upgrade. It's kind of like the oil pickup. It's cheap insurance in the long run. I'll put the link in the description to get you guys to the stainless steel Freeline kit. And yeah, make sure you guys subscribe for the next one. And we're making some awesome progress. So I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.